So I would just like to put a comment here just for documentation sake. I'm going to call this the break statement. Now, the next statement that we are going to talk about is the continue statement. So I'll just put a comment here. I'm going to say continue. What exactly is a continue statement? A continue statement is used to skip an iteration and move to the next one. So again, I had explained earlier that an iteration is like the current circle of a loop. So I'm sorry, not the current circle. I had explained earlier that an iteration is the current sequence or the current element that is being executed. So remember that when you have like a sequence, like a range or a string, we are going to loop through it using a for loop. So we can say for I in whatever sequence it is. Now, for every single value or for every single element in that sequence, it is called an iteration. For every single item it goes through, that is one iteration. When it goes through a string that has 5 characters, it has 5 iterations. So that is basically what an iteration is. Now, for the continue statement is used to skip an iteration and move to the next one. So what that means is that when we have like a string of 5 characters, if we want to perform some kind of action that skips over a character based on a condition, we can do that. Now, I'm going to show you exactly, I'm going to give you an example. Now, we're going to write a for loop, and then we're going to say for num in range 1, 6. Now, this is going to give us the range of values from 1 to 5, right? Because it doesn't give us the 6 itself. Now, after creating a range of 1 to 6 or 1 to 5 numbers, what do we want to do? We now want to skip over the number which is 3. We want to check if the current number is 3, then we want to end this entire iteration and move to the next one. What I'm going to say is, I'm going to say if num is equals to 3, what do I want to do? I want to continue. And after hitting continue, I'm just going to print out, at this point, I'm just going to print the number. Now let's look at the structure of this program. Now we have written a for loop here. We said for I in range 1, 6. Then we're saying if the number is equal to 3, we want to continue. Now what the continue keyword is going to do is, it's going to end the current iteration for this loop, for this current element, and move to the next element in the iteration, in the sequence, I mean. So the program is going to start from 1. So it's going to say if 1 is equals to 3, 1 is not equal to 3. So it will skip this entire if statement and print out 1. And it's going to move to 2 because it is a range of 1 to 5. So it's going to start from 1 and end at 5. So it's a range of 1 to 6. So it will start from 1 and end at 6. So it's going to go to 2. And if 2 is equals to 3, 2 is not equals to 3. So it's just going to completely ignore the whatever block of code is inside the if statement. We're going to print out 2. Then next is 3. We're going to say if 3 is equals 3. Now, obviously, 3 is equals to 3. So this condition is true. Then we're now going to proceed to execute whatever is inside that if condition. Now, since we have a continuous statement, what Python is going to do is it will just completely break out of the current iteration and go back to the for loop. So it's not going to bother printing the number called 3 because we have told it to continue at this point. So it will end the current iteration and move to the next one. So let me just save it. And I would just like to comment this out so that we don't get confused by the printout. Now, once I run this program, let's see what it gives us. You see we have 1, 2, 4, 5 getting printed out, just as I had explained. So what it did was it basically printed 1, printed 2. Then when the next iteration was 3, it came here and said if the number is equals to 3. And at this point, 3 was equals to 3, and that is true. We just told this to continue. So it didn't bother executing any other code that came after it. It's just terminated the execution for the current iteration and moved to the next one, which was 4. Then it checks, is 4 equals to 3? No, 4 is not equals to 3. And it's printed 4, and it's did the same for 5. So that's exactly how to use a continuous statement. It just helps us end the current iteration and move to the next one based on a certain condition.